The beautiful thing about nature is it gets everywhere, and especially in autumn we can have a look down to see what's on the demo table. What we've got here is a comparison between the QB20 and the QB30 head. So to be fair about it, let's take away some nature, some autumn, and come back. Now, I purchased a standalone, meaning just this ball head, and you can find it on my YouTube channel about how I use this. This is a big old thing, and it's a QB30. Notice it's got the edges down here at the bottom slightly bigger, and also the distance between the rotating lock nut and the top plate. I didn't realise it was such a big distance until I came along with the smaller QB20 that I received on the tripod K2008. You'll notice, look, that when I started to use it and to rotate this, I found that I was knocking my fingers at the top, and I thought I was doing something wrong. But if you bring them together, look, you can see they're absolutely identical, but when it comes down to that gap, you can see that the head on the QB30 goes all the way up to the ball, where this one just stops. Of course it's a smaller product. If I put them end to end like that, you can see they're different as well, and if you bring in the ruler, you'll see that this one diameter is, just make sure that we're in focus, we are, to about, what's that, 45, 46. You can check the exact measurements on the cameraking.co.uk website from KingJoy. You can see that's 55, that's about 45. There's not much else to say about them really, apart from if you are considering these things, then see which one. I'm really lucky because I've now got two. When I say lucky, I mean they do slightly different things. I've noticed that the previous review with the tripod K2008, that having the standard QB20 packed in the bag allows me to zip it up quicker than if I've actually got, which makes sense, the heavier and bigger QB30, because as the monopod legs come in, it just kicks it out just a little bit. Not much else to say, but the big deal is that if you are considering the QB20 or the QB30, then they are different. I believe, I don't have it, but if you came along and had the QB10, then that is really skinny, and it has very much a smaller ball head. If I can just show as a final thing, look, if you look at the ball head there on the QB20 and you look at a similar thing, you'll see that they are different. Of course they're different because they're different products. And I think that's me done on this video, so I think to be fair about it, why don't we add a little bit of a sprinkling of nature back in and say that you can get any of these products, KingJoy, which I think is a phenomenal make, from cameraking.co.uk online. I had my expectations up there because I thought just for a second that there would be a horse and rider coming down here, and I heard the voices, but I haven't had any of the evidence. Again, I could very easily sit here and say, let's just keep the video running and get a rider. If I go down this path where I've just come up from, you will find some nice fresh horse produce scattering the path from this morning, and it's just a wonderful thing. Nature, I mean, as opposed to horse droppings.